Please and thank you, this is what we say. Please and thank you, every single day.
Do it again.
No! So this is my amazing fairy tool belt, which I wear. I call it a tool belt because it's got everything I need for parties. So I grew up in Bridgetown, and while a lot of kids were doing t-ball or basketball or things like that, after school at the age of about 5, 6, 7, about 8 or 9, I started doing circus workshops and circus after school. And that led to us actually performing all around the southwest. We went to different festivals. We ended up performing at the Fremantle Docks one time. So it was very exciting and busy. I have my keys to my purple teapot. I've got my fan in case it's a bit hot. That's my magic fairy dust. And I've got my trinkets, which I give away to kids. Lighter for birthday cakes. In here I have my little happy birthday song. Especially the children who don't want you to be very loud. This is very good for them. In high school, thought I was going to do things backstage, like I wanted to do techie or stage management or things like that. I was really heavily involved in the theatre. Didn't think it would be children's entertainer, but that's how it ended up. So this is my fairy painting box. You'll notice all the dark colours are on one side, so when I'm swiping, I know which side I'm outlining with. I started working at a fairy shop, which meant I needed to wear a fairy dress doing parties, and then kind of just went from there. I couldn't see myself doing anything else, to be honest with you. It's just become such a part of my every single day life. So in 2001, I taught drama and circus skills at the Palace Theatre for Free Fall Theatre Company, and even took those circus workshops to Kambalda and Coolgardie. So that's kind of the first thing I was doing in Kalgoorlie. Over the years, my personal face paint has changed. It used to have a yellow base, and I can kind of tell in photos how old the photo is from how I've got my face painted. So it's a folk art technique. So your nana might have painted flower tins or sugar tins, and she would have used the folk art techniques like the double dip technique, the one stroke. This technique is called your double dip flowers. So I'm just putting white on my brush, and then I'm halfway up just doing a little bit of another colour, and then on the very end I'm doing another colour. And so that'll give me my little flower. I don't have a menu because I love when the child comes up and says, I want to be a unicorn tiger or a, I don't know, I'll give anything a go. The strangest request, I get asked that a lot. There's a dude with not very much hair asked me to paint a guy mowing his hair off with a lawnmower the other day. A lot of people ask me how my kids feel about being, you know, having Angie the Fairy as their mum. Honestly, I thought they would be like, oh my God, Mum, don't go to the shops in your dress after work. Oh my gosh. But they're actually amazing, and they're proud of me, I think, and it's lovely. A lot of people work out, like their classmates work out, oh my gosh, is your mum Angie the Fairy? And, you know, I'm proud when they come home with those stories, when they go, yeah, she is. I usually give myself an hour and a half to get ready, but I find the fairy thing is good for the child and for me. So it's a bit of a draw card for me. Like, oh my gosh, Mum, look at the fairy, let's go visit the fairy, let's go talk to the fairy. But also for me, it gives me a persona, like this is Angie the Fairy's in the house. You know, I can talk to them, I'm a fairy, they've got questions. Where do you live? I live in a purple teapot. Are you a tooth fairy? No, I didn't pass the maths exam. You know, what's your favourite colour? So I think having the character and the persona, to me, makes my job more fun and magical, and also for the child in my chair. Before the pandemic, I kind of had a moment of, what am I doing? Is this silly? Am I embarrassing myself? I'm getting old. I'm nearly 400. Do I need to do this anymore? Should I go focus more on my corporate job? And then the pandemic hit, and I had no choice. I couldn't go be Angie the Fairy. And during that time, I just realised it is my identity. I need this. I am Angie the Fairy. And it really solidified what I'm doing is what I should be doing. And that's when I become a full-time fairy. I quit the job and put all my focus into this, and I feel so much better for it within myself. I'm so blessed to have seen a generation grow up. I'm now attending birthday parties of people who I did their mum's birthday party. You know, I'm being served by someone at a shop who I did their 10th birthday party. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a man now. Like, it is lovely. And I'm very blessed to, have been a part of so many people's family gatherings and their private, intimate moments of birthday parties and cutting the cake, and that, you know, being invited into someone's home, you know, when Nana and Pop have come from over here and Grandma's come from over here, and being invited to someone's home while they're celebrating. I also think it's a privilege and an honour to be Angie the Fairy, because I am invited into people's homes and I'm invited into their celebrations, watching a lot of the children from the Goldfields grow up. Yeah, being Angie the Fairy it's an honour. I just like to accommodate any person who sits in my chair, and it doesn't have to be children. Anyone who comes to sit in my chair, you know, I love to paint the dads or the grandpa with a big beard, fill it with glitter, or, you know, the mum who's been waiting in line for 45 minutes. I'd love to paint her as well. There is no limit to how many things can go in your hair. My house is full of glitter. My couch is full of glitter. Both our cars are full of glitter. My husband gets teased at work because he catches the light often and he's very sparkly. They call him Gary Glitter at work. So if I'm at an event and it's a high capacity event and I'm speed painting, I think I can paint upwards of 50 kids an hour. But if I'm at a birthday party and I'm taking my time and I'm doing more intricate designs, I think I can paint about 20. This is a little fairy that Grace, my daughter, made for me. You can see she's got her face paint on and her space buns. So this is me, I think I'm about 11, juggling. There's me juggling fire. I think I'm about 13 or 14 there. Being a fairy is the best thing for me to be. Seeing a kid come into my chair excitedly and say, I want to be something or other, and fulfilling that for them, and I talk them through what I'm doing, and then to show them their face in the mirror, that mirror moment needs to be bottled. I need to bottle that because it is the most amazing feeling. It's the most amazing energy exchange. Showing a child their sparkly face in the mirror, that moment for me is why I'm back every single weekend being Angie the Fairy.